Hi, I'm back, and you could see that she's nice and blonde, but she still has some stubborn yellow pockets that I want to fix. And so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do some highlights with just this regular basic white bleach and 30 volume peroxide. So I got my foils ready, got my comb ready, we are good to go. And while the foils are processing, what I'm going to do is I'm going to mix my blonde formula to address all this yellow that we have. So I'm just mixing my bleach, making sure that it's really nice and creamy, making sure that it's fully mixed. Just whisk it. We're whisking it. Okay. So this is the perfect consistency. We got the bleach mixed. And what I've noticed is that this side of her head has the most stubborn gold that I want to fix. And I'm going to be taking diagonal back sections. And this is like my first section of hair. And while the foils are processing, I'm going to mix my formula for the Platinum Blonde, which is a nice mix of the 10V and the 10G, which is the violet and the gold. And because they're polar opposites, they're going to cancel each other out, and they're going to give her a really beautiful pastel blonde. So I'm just holding the foil, like a fan. Okay, so this foil is done. We let the comb go, and we're ready for our next section. So I'm just gonna do this throughout the head where I see that there's pockets of hair like this, like I see here, is very golden, and I want to drab that because excess gold, like the violet base, is not going to work. It's just going to drab it a little bit, but we have to bleach out all this like gold in order for the violet to really shine through and create the really nice platinum look. And this is very typical. You could have the most precise and on-point bleaching application, but some parts of the hair is going to be a little more resistant than others. And that's totally fine. And that's why I like to, when I do an all-over blonding, I like to go back, and those stubborn pockets of hair, I want to create highlights out of those. And so while those highlights are processing, we'll do the color in tandem, and it's going to be awesome. So let's see if we can do her highlights in about 15 minutes or less. And I'm using the basic white bleach because no need for a blue base, because we've already got rid of all the orange. We just need to make this into a softer yellow. And basic white is a good bleach for blondes looking to go a little lighter. I don't recommend basic white on darker hair because it doesn't cut anything out, and this just works with your underlying pigment. So if you have dark hair and you want to use basic white for highlights, I advise bleaching your hair first with a blue base, cancel all that orange, demolish all that orange, and then if your hair is a little too yellow for your liking, just use the basic white and leave it on until it's the pale yellow. You never leave the bleach on until the hair is white, because the natural keratin in the hair is like a pale yellow, and at that point, if you bleach it past pale yellow, it's not hair anymore, because the hair is like over 90% protein. So I see this section is very brassy, and you noticed I'm not weaving, I'm just slicing everything. Okay, so got another foil. barely anything on my brush, and we are painting on this lightener, and I'm just digging it. Let me just adjust the camera. Yeah. And okay, so again, you see all this stubborn. Let me just. So you see all this stubborn gold right here? This needs to be fixed. And when going from dark hair to platinum, this is very common. You would need like a second bleach out. But if for people who just want like a plain light blonde, it's totally doable to go from black to light blonde in one go. But platinum is a different story. And the best way to go platinum is through highlights. Taking some of my lightener like this and just painting it on. Okay, so this is very, very gold. This needs to be fixed. Okay. And this is also very, very gold. So in just 10 minutes, we were able to place about 6 foils on this side. Okay, so I'm going to lift her up. And let's see. This is also... So this, because I don't want to over-process her hair, this is blonde enough. And the violet toner will show up. But this piece right here, see how gold that is? This piece is going to be my only highlight for this section of hair. And I'm keeping it flat because I don't want it to slip. Because the hair is long, I'm going to do a little S shape like this. And so these highlights double up as a color correction because I'm just going back and I'm re-bleaching the areas where the bleach didn't lift properly the first time. And this is very common with an all-over blonding. You know, it's like there's going to be hair where parts of the hair that are going to lift better and faster than others, and that's totally normal. And it depends how you carry your underlying pigment. Okay, so I did a full saturation for this strand of hair. And I close my foil. And we do a little candy bar like this. Okay. Stay tuned. I'll be back when it's time to do the other side.